Hi guys, good evening. It's actually close to 4:30. Where does the day go? I haven't fully vlogged in a little bit. I've done like random little clips here and there since Vlogmas. Also, I don't want to say I didn't finish Vlogmas, but I didn't upload Christmas Eve, Christmas Day vlogs, and nothing happened. I'm gonna be like, really nothing happened. It would just be fluff. I didn't want to not waste time editing it, but I just needed a beat. Needed to take a break. And so that's what I did. So I really haven't fully vlogged in a week. And it feels like longer than that, probably because I've been vlogging every day pretty much for the whole month. But I tried to do like a post vlogmas vlog. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Like the week between Christmas and New Year's, because we actually did a good amount of stuff, but I was just so burnt out on vlogging. I have the clip, so maybe we'll do a little bit of a recap. We had like a little happy hour with our friends the day after Christmas and went out to like a fun bar in Pittsburgh that has it's basically like an adult arcade thing. There was actually children there at this one in Pittsburgh, but they have like duck pin bowling and like arcade games, skee ball. I kind of killed it at skee ball, I'm not gonna lie. But we went there with our friends the day after Christmas. The next day, I actually went ring shopping. There's nothing, don't worry. But Mike was off work this whole week and I just don't work. We were like, why don't we go try out rings? I'm not someone that trusts him to just go find something, and I honestly don't think he trusts himself either. I actually had ideas of stuff that I wanted, but I didn't know what size would look good on my hand, what shapes, and whatever. So I wanted to go try stuff on in person. Nothing's happening anytime soon, but we just literally had this free time where neither of us had any obligations. So we decided might as well take advantage of the time. What else? I had like a celebratory graduation dinner with, so kind. I mean, they're all my friends now too, but Mike's friend from, his good friend from high school, his girlfriend, who's also getting her PhD, so we're gonna have to do another celebration here in the next few months. But she wanted to throw me a celebratory dinner with a bunch of our friends, our friend group and whatever. So we did that on Friday. It was very good. So that's kind of the week I had. And yesterday was New Year's Eve. Today's New Year's Day. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. But we didn't do anything for New Year's Eve. And I was so excited to do nothing. My plan was to stay home. And I did. And I loved it. Everyone's always stressed out about oh, I don't have New Year's plans, or my New Year's plans aren't as cool as other people's New Year's plans, or I don't know what to wear for New Year's. Take a breath. So I stayed in. I watched the Eras Tour movie again with Mike's mom. It was great. And I'm not a movie talker, but I am with the Eras Tour movie because she's not a Swiftie, so she doesn't know the intricacies, you know what I'm saying? So I did, give her some context and everything. And I feel like it's necessary because songs if you're not a Swiftie and you don't know everything about whatever, you hear a song like The Last American Dynasty and you're like, what is that about? I'm sitting in my bed right now, getting my life together, which is not usually the place that I would sit to do something like that in. I don't really have a space in this house to just do work. I mean, the bedroom that's basically next door has Mike's office stuff in it, but it's a mess right now. I'd rather work somewhere clean. I just deep cleaned the room yesterday, and lay in bed and do it than sit at a desk and it be a messy environment. And I'm going through a bunch of my New Year's stuff. I haven't made my vision board yet. I was planning to do it yesterday while I was watching the Eras Tour movie, but I needed to pay attention. So we're gonna do a vision board tonight. And then I was also planning out goals and all of that stuff. I came across this concept on TikTok, and there's actually a book that goes along with it that I'm currently listening to the audiobook of. It's called The 12-Week Year. And it's actually, I found it was free on Spotify. If you have a premium subscription, which I feel most people have Spotify subscription. I'll link a couple of the TikToks that I watched that kind of go more in depth in explaining it and giving examples and everything like that. Basically, it's this concept that each 12 weeks is kind of split up into a year. So people make goals at the beginning of the year at January, and then they think, oh, I have 12 months to, you know, achieve them. So like, say for example, like your goal is to go to the gym 3 times a week. And then end of January hits and you like haven't really done that. You think, oh, it's like not that bad because I still have, you know, X amount of months to like get my gym routine in, like get that set. But if you only have 12 weeks, then it kind of like ups the ante a little bit. In my mind, that's kind of how it works. I'm like on chapter 2 of the book, so like I don't know. But it's like focusing on like 1, 2, or 3 smaller goals in a quarter, basically, in 3 months, rather than like having 8 or 10 huge goals that you're kind of just spreading out through the whole year and there's no like direction for any of them. So I made 3 goals for my first 12 weeks, we'll call it. One of my first goals is to match to one of the top 3 residency programs that I'm applying to. Another is like a financial goal. I graduated as a doctor, so that's expensive. And I'm in a bit of debt, which is fine, but I'm trying my best to, you know, cut back on spending. And even though like for the next 6 months or so before I would technically start working, if I were to get, I don't want to say if, when I get a residency position, what was I saying? Oh, even though like I wouldn't be like working my career, I still have the opportunity to like get a part-time job, make money, or not part-time, I'd be working full-time, but like a temporary job, you know? And I'm not gonna be paying rent while I'm living here. So really throwing as much as I can at the mountain of debt I have. I have like a social media goal to like get a couple more like paid brand deals, which just like helps with the financial thing, and then also just like my growth on social media, which I've been like slowly building over the last little bit. And I wanted to talk about this. I thought 2023 was going to be like my year, which is dumb to say. Like, not because you should feel dumb about like making resolutions or goals or anything, but I feel like everyone says that. Like, oh, this year's gonna be my year. But I really thought like I was gonna be the shit in 2023. And, you know, good things happened, bad things happened, but there was good things. And I just thought I was gonna be in a completely different position in my life right now at this very moment. And I am, but I'm not where I thought I was gonna be, which is okay. But I was thinking of this concept several weeks ago, like back in November, I think, when I was like starting to think about the new year. My attending physician that I had at the rotation that I just finished at was always saying, when we were talking about patient care and like, is our care plan working and how's the patient doing? Do we need to change things, etc. He would always say, the patient is trending towards improvement, or is the patient trending towards improvement? If a patient is trending towards improvement, they're like getting better slowly over time with the plan that you have in place. There's no need to like totally overhaul the entire situation, like completely switch gears to try to make a better change. And so I think I am trending towards improvement in life. And just because I didn't have like this massive like flip switched 180 completely different person, that doesn't mean I'm not trending towards where I want to be. And that's like one of the things with social media, I feel, is like we see a lot of people are in front of us, like the people that have like instant gratification of like success and happiness and wealth and all that stuff, like get pushed like in front of our faces. And that's just like not, it's not the thing that really happens most times, you know? So I'm trending towards improvement, and most of you probably are too, and that's fine. So just because I'm trending towards improvement, I'm gonna put this back in like patient care scenario, because that's what I do, what I want to do. Even though a patient is trending towards improvement, they're getting better, they're getting stronger, they're in less pain, It doesn't mean we just keep doing the exact same things with no modifications and expect them to reach their goals that they've set for themselves, or the goals that I had set for them. They're still doing the same types of things, the same exercises and the same types of treatment that have progressed them thus far, but we're just kind of modifying it and making the systems even stronger. That was a lot of talking, and I don't know if any of it made sense. Okay, sorry, back to the 12-week year. I don't know how but we did. So basically you have a couple goals for your first 12 weeks of the year. So it's basically like 4 years in one. You have 4 quarters. And some of the TikToks that I watch explain it like this, but you have like your goals, or at least this is what I have. So I have my goals, I have 3 goals, and then each week. And then each week you would put a goal within the goal to achieve. So for example, my goal of residency. For this week, the goals that I need to accomplish are getting together my letters of recommendation, working on my personal statement, things like that. And they're kind of like tasks, kind of to-do items, but they help you reach that larger goal. And some of them don't need to be like super different from week to week. For example, the goal I have like along the lines of like my social media, I have, you know, like post an Instagram story like X amount of times a day. Like I'm gonna do that every day. We got Diet Coke, but it wasn't like cold in the fridge yet, so I put it over ice, which is like not my favorite way to drink it. I miss my glass straws. That's what this is telling me. And I have them still somewhere, but they're like in a storage unit. So like I can't go get them out. But I needed like some amount of caffeine. I didn't have coffee this morning. And oh well, it's also already 4:30, so like do I need more caffeine? No, but I'm gonna work on my vision board, and then I'm gonna show you what we're working with when I'm done.
Would have thought your adventure turned into a forever stay? And I've been thinking a lot, and I've been drinking myself down the drain. You used to live within the clouds, yet still somehow had stayed grounded for more than 5 years. I'm terrified for you now, shell of the woman I once knew. I hope I'll find you somewhere.
Good morning. It's Tuesday now. Oh shit, I gotta go. I'm going to spin class, but I I didn't feel like making coffee. I don't know why. It's 30 degrees, and I felt the need to get an ice cold energy drink. But I was not gonna survive. I'd survive, but I wouldn't have a fulfilled spin class without it. Yeah, I booked a 9:30 class, which is like not early really at all, but I woke up at like 6 and it felt like it was the middle of the night, and it has felt like really, really early the entire morning. Like it doesn't feel like mid-morning at all. Oh, this is my favorite flavor that I've tried. I've only tried like 3. This one's the best. I broke up my Super Puff today too, because it's 30 degrees, and I can't tell you how much this is worth it. I love this coat, and I'll have it for a very, very long time. It really, like, the rest of my body is cold. I'm also just now realizing I wore my slippers. Like, I have my slippers on. Oops. Anyways, this is so worth it. Like, the rest of my body is cold right now because it's 30 degrees, and like my torso and my arms and my chest is just like warm. Like I get upset when it's 30 degrees and I have to wear this, but I'm like, it lessens the blow a little bit because I get to wear this coat, and I love this coat. Let's go to spin. I go to Cycletique, which I don't think I've said out loud, but like I show clips of it on my Instagram and like in my vlogs and stuff. But I go to Cycletique, and it's my favorite spin studio that I've been to so far. And I've been to, this is probably like my 3rd or 4th different spin studio that I've tried out, and I love it. It's so fun. I'm going to a rhythm class, which is like all the choreography and like the chanting, not chanting, but like, I don't know, it's fun. But the only thing I wish is I wish they had mirrors in the front of the class, which I get some people don't like. They don't really like to see themselves. But I like to see myself and like my form and everything and like how well I'm keeping up with the instructor. It's the only thing I wish they had. Other than that, I love it. Love it so much. One of my ins for 2024, I did a whole like ins and outs list on TikTok, and one of my ins was meal planning. So I planned on my meals. I'm not necessarily a meal prep girly. Like, I don't want to eat the same exact meal, the same chicken and rice that I made 7 days ago. Like, I don't like that. I found this recipe on Instagram. It is, I'll link the recipe below, but it's like a shredded Brussels sprouts and pork bowl with an egg. It's like low carb if you care. I don't really, but I think it'll taste good. Hi again. I am serving you no makeup, a little bit sweaty hair from spin. I have been sitting down working for like 2 hours. And I'm about to break the rule that I'm explaining to you. But part of the 12-hour work week, I keep saying that. Is that what it is? No, 12-week year? Yeah, that's what it is. Is this thing where you just like do dedicated work without any distractions. I was like, oh, that's genius, and really hard for me to do because I get distracted easily. So I've been working for about 2 hours, and now I'm distracting myself by vlogging, but I'm still trying to get a lot done. I also listened to a good chunk of the audiobook like today while I was running around, like going to spin and had errands to run and everything, and like while I was in the grocery store. I am so bad at listening to audiobooks. Podcasts are one thing if it's just like people having a conversation with each other or just like kind of random, like talking about random stuff that you don't need to like really follow. But consuming the content of a book via audiobook is so hard for me. I had to keep like rewinding it because I was like, what did they just say? Because I like zoned out, or I like was like focus on something else. All afternoon I've been working on my residency applications and like getting stuff set for that. That was part of my deep work. So right now I'm trying to work on my like my personal statement and like getting my resume and my CV checked. There's like career services at the school I just graduated from that they can like check that stuff for you. So I just want someone else to look over it that is like a professional and knows what they're doing. And getting together like references and all of this stuff. So that's what I was doing just now. And the personal statement has been challenging for me because I have a bunch of like ideas of what to write about, and it just has to be max 300 words. Or like, yeah, 200 or 300 words. And I get wordy sometimes. Like I just want to talk about everything. Obviously. I just don't know, because I have a bunch of little like short paragraphs but nothing like cohesive that comes together, so I need to work on that. My back is gonna hurt later today because like I literally have, I don't even know if you can see this. I have 2 of my pillows stacked up here, my laptop sitting on it. I'm just sitting in bed. I make sure to sit on Mike's side of the bed because if I sit on my side then I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed. But if it's on the other side, I like feel a little bit more, you know? Yeah. Oh, also, I didn't show you guys my vision board. So sorry. Okay, so here's the new one. I have a lot less pictures on this one than my other one, I feel like. But I feel like the other one, I don't know, it was just kind of like a mood board and just like a vibe board instead of like more specific goals. I was just like, oh, this is like a vibey picture. Like, I want my life to look like that. And so I put it on there. But this one's a little bit more directed. And I kind of posted on my Instagram story a little bit about what some of the pictures mean. So if you saw that, then you saw that. But this one's a little self-explanatory. I'm on a little bit of a reading kick right now, and I like that about myself. So we're going to keep that up. You know, I really... This one's kind of my one vibey picture, but just like, I don't know, she's cute, and she probably is like having fun, and this is like a sick dress. So I don't know what I said on my Instagram story. I was like, be hot and like wear cool outfits or something like that. This one is to represent just like relationship goals and just like fostering like my relationship with Mike, and maybe like a vacation that we would take potentially. We've never been on a vacation anywhere. We went to Columbus for like a day a few months ago. I don't really count that as a vacation. And we just flew to St. Louis together when I went to graduation. That was the first time we've ever like traveled together anywhere. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, just relationship vibes, vacation vibes. This one's pretty obvious. Like, just be a really good doctor. I'm a doctor now, so let's be good at it. And getting like one of my top residency spots. This is pretty self-explanatory. Hitting, I have 10,000 right here, or 10K, kind of representing just like follower count, financial goals. I don't need to like save $10,000 or anything like that, but just like abundance here. And then also this one is kind of just like money vibes. This one is a Sex and the City photo. I love this photo so much. This is a photo just to kind of remind me to continue fostering the female relationships in my life. I'm gonna move. I need to move. I have to move. So that is a photo to represent moving out, trying to get a nice place for myself.
I don't know how you look.
You know what I thought about the other day? On my last vision board, there was a photo of a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I want to manifest
Oh,
like us
there you
getting
go.
a cat.
Mm.
And now we have two. You were the last manifestation of 2023.
Callie, try not to look so terrified.
She's so pleased with me. Oh, she just burped.
Yeah, I heard her.
Perfect. Good morning, by the way. I tried to film a little bit before I went into the gym, but the lighting was just terrible right here. Actually, it might turn terrible again. There's a cloud. Whatever. I need like sunglasses in here. Why don't I have sunglasses in here? I just went to the gym. It was pretty good. I've been doing like 20 minutes of walking to warm up while I read or like do something else. Like the other day when I went to the gym, I did my meal plan and like made our grocery list while I was walking. And today I read, because I found that I've been reading at night, which is great, but you know, as a way to like stay off my phone. But then, especially with like stories, I'm reading the new Hunger Games book, but I found that reading before bed, especially like a story, and a story that's like as intense as this one, is like, it like gets me like thinking and just like kind of wired. So I don't know, I like did not sleep well last night at all. I feel like there's always, yeah, here comes the sun. Okay. I feel like there's always just like one night during the week that I will just not sleep well. In the last few weeks, I don't know if it's just because the holidays and my schedule's all off, but like I won't go to bed until like 2 or 3 a.m. Don't know why. It's really annoying. I literally went to sleep in the guest bedroom because sometimes I just like, it's the worst when like I can't sleep but Mike is fast asleep, because I don't want to like be moving around like trying to get a comfortable position and whatever when he's sleeping, and then I'm just like mad that he's sleeping and I'm not. But I went to sleep in the guest bedroom, which is also the junk room if you know, and I have so many clothes just piled on the bed that I'm selling on Poshmark. And so I like shifted them all to one side of the bed and then just slept on the other side. It was kind of... What was the point of what I was saying? I was talking about my workout routine. I'll usually walk for 20 minutes doing something, do like 20 to 30 minutes of weightlifting. If I do closer to the 20 minutes, then I'll like go back and do more cardio. Like I don't like to run on the treadmill, just 'cause I hate running on treadmills because you feel like you're not going anywhere. But I'll do a quick jog or like an interval walk jog for 15 or 20 minutes. That's the routine as of late. But I need to go back to the post office because I sold something else on Poshmark, and the post office is like 3 minutes down the road. So we're gonna try to package up this jacket. I had a hard time fitting it in, well, the jeans that I sold yesterday or shipped yesterday. I had a hard time fitting them in the little package, and I didn't know which ones, like, are all of those that are just like in the front of the post office like fair game, or do I have to pay for some of them? I don't know. I didn't have to pay yesterday, but I feel like this should fit in the same one. I don't know. I need to post more stuff on Poshmark, but if you want, I'll link my Poshmark down below because I'm selling a bunch of stuff. Another clip in my car. I went home to eat lunch. I was going to go straight from the gym to the post office to this cafe that I'm at, but I knew I would get hungry and I didn't need to spend $15 on lunch here because, like I said at the beginning of the video, we're really in the finances in 2024. Actually, let me put this down for a sec. I might get a matcha though. We'll see. Because I hate going to like a coffee shop or like a restaurant or stuff just to use their free Wi-Fi. Unless it's like Starbucks or something, but I am stopping Starbucks in 2024. If you saw my TikTok ins and outs list, Starbucks is on the outs because it is bad coffee. I don't like it. Their hot chocolate hits though. But yeah, anyways, I hate not going to get a thing, especially if it's like a small business. Like, I don't need a matcha. I just need a place that's not my house to do my deep work in, you know? But speaking of monies and stuff, I wanted to talk to you guys. This sounds like an ad, and it's so not, especially because I know a lot of the creators that I follow, you can tell like when the deadlines for certain campaigns are due because like everyone starts posting around like the same week for a certain brand. Wish it was sponsored because I'm loving it so far, but I wanted to mention Rocket Money to you guys. This really sounds like an ad. It's not. Okay. But I synced all my accounts to it. So like my savings and checking account, my credit card, my high yield savings account, everything's on here. And I'm not going to like show you my, you know, my stuff. But the interface is so good. Like everything's easy to find. It like has your credit score right here for you to see. You can make a budget. I haven't made a budget yet, and I want to do, or I will do that when I get like a more consistent job, because right now I just have like random here and there income from like social media stuff and just random stuff. So I'm not gonna do that until I have my more consistent job, whatever that may be. But I just think it's really good. And if you've heard about this app before, everyone's like, oh, it'll cancel your subscriptions for you and all that stuff. And it's like, oh, why were you paying for like 17 Netflix accounts or like this random app that you used one time and you forgot that you were subscribed to it? And I was like, oh, I'm good at that. Like if I subscribe to something just for like the free trial, I will cancel it immediately. I was paying for 2 Amazon Prime accounts. I'm not lying. Like I thought I wouldn't. I was like, oh, I just have Amazon Prime and it like tracks reoccurring spending. So like my loan payment that I make monthly, like it tracks that and whatever. But I didn't think I had any other like subscriptions that I was subscribed to. 2 Amazon Prime accounts. I'm not kidding. But I just think it's a very cool app. And honestly, you have to pay for it, but at least I haven't heard any of the other creators that I've seen talk about this app talk about this. But for me, when I signed up, it was like a sliding scale of how much you wanted to pay based on the value you found from the app, which I think is so cool. I think the minimum was like $4 or something, and that's what I'm paying right now just because I wanted to see like if this is like worth it for me because it's the first time I'm trying it, but you can pay whatever you want basically, which is interesting. And I think it's really cool because obviously people who are like downloading like a money saving, budgeting, get your finances in check app, like might need to pay a lesser amount than someone who like has more money and like more expendable income. Expendable? Disposable? More money. I don't know. But if anyone from Rocket Money happens to stumble across this video, call me. Emails below, okay? Would love to chat because I love this app a lot. Because I used to be like afraid to check my bank account or like my credit card statement. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to look at it. But this makes it like fun and cute. I don't know. Highly recommend this money, especially like during the new year when people are trying to like hit savings goals and all of that stuff. Would highly recommend Rocket Money. Okay, anyways, that was a whole ad that no one paid me to say, but I wish they did. And I am gonna go into this coffee shop and get my deep work done. Like, phones on, do not disturb. Actually, no. I called my grandma like a half hour ago and she didn't answer, so if she calls me, I'm answering every time my grandma calls me, no matter what I'm doing. But, do not disturb, headphones on, and we're getting stuff done. Hello. Again. I don't know either. Good morning. I kind of took yesterday off vlogging. I got like a couple random clips, but I don't think I said anything to the camera. I was having a bad day. I woke up really, really tired. I had a headache. I felt like nauseous for a little bit of the day. And I think it's because the day previous, that night, I didn't get a lot of sleep. And then the next day I was like fine. But then it really hit me yesterday, the day after that. I did some stuff, like I did my nails. I filmed that. And I said this in one of my TikToks where I was talking about like my ins and outs for 2024. And I said short nails were in. But I don't know, maybe it's just my cuticles are like crusty right now and I need some lotion or like cuticle oil. I see some people with short nails and they look really like good and like elegant, or not elegant, but like clean and just like sophisticated. I don't you know the ones I'm talking about. But why do I feel like I'm in middle school? I think it's because some of my nail beds are shorter than others. I don't know. But I am really happy I did them because I made meatballs, which I also showed. I wouldn't have been able to do that, like, get my hands dirty and, like, mix all the meatball stuff and roll them into little balls if I had my long nails, because it would just have been, like, caked under my nails, which is gross. But I'm at the gym again. I didn't go to the gym yesterday. I don't know, just having a bad day. It was, like, kind of weirdly emotional, too. Just, you know, for fun. But we're bouncing back today. I feel like in years past, if I would have had that day, it would have just like completely sent me over the edge, because I'm always like a New Year's reset type of girl, and that really would have just put me in a worse mood than I already would have been in. But like I said, we're trending towards improvement, and it's okay to have an off day. Hi guys, I just did this really casual, no makeup look. But I just filmed a TikTok following a makeup tutorial from Juicy Star 07. If you know, you know. That she posted like 14 or 15 years ago. Why does it look like kind of good? But I did that tutorial and like did my makeup while I was talking about the epidemic, apparently, of these preteen girls in Sephora. Like, everyone's all up in arms about it, and I think It's the funniest thing. I would like to discuss the girls in Sephora. In the spirit of things, we're going to be following a makeup tutorial that I watched 14 years ago. These girls buy expensive skincare. I mean, at least for me, I had to buy all this stuff with my own money. We're taking this in our own direction here. Because who am I to act like I wasn't trying to be at the Mac counter in Macy's every other weekend when I was 12. So I just think it's funny that everyone's like all upset about it, and I can tell the people that are upset about it are the girls that didn't watch Beauty Gurus when they were in middle school. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's why I'm here today. Here is in like on YouTube, not like live. It wasn't that deep. Wait, why do I look literally blue? Okay. I just finished editing the last vlog that I did that you just watched. And I realized that there was a odd amount of clips just like randomly that like didn't work. They were like corrupt. I don't know what happened, but the last clip, me ending the vlog, was one of them, unfortunately. So I just wanted to end off the vlog, say thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, comment a goal you have for 2024, because I shared a few. Put it out there for the universe, for the internet. I need to self-tan tonight. Yeah, thanks again for watching, for subscribing if you're not already. If you are subscribed, thank you for continuing to watch and follow me. My Instagram's down below, my TikTok is below if you aren't tired of me. 2024 is gonna be good. I have a good feeling about it. I did have a panic attack today. I did cry in my bed. It's neither here nor there. But we just had to get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be good. We're trending towards improvement. That might be the title of the whole vlog. We'll see. Oh, also the Steelers are going to playoffs. That's good, I guess. I don't know. Mike was really excited.